city. And today we're paying a visit to a group of artists as they're preparing for their event called Lyrics Still Matter. It's happening on the 24th and 25th of May at the Arts Theatre, and it's an event I think we all should attend and support people. I'm your host, and you are watching A Walk with Mel. We are out here, people. It's A Walk with Mel. Lyrics Still Matter. What a cool name. I'm loving it. We're going to get into that right now. But first, tell us who you are and what your role is for this band or crew.
Okay, my role in this team is I'm the drummer. So I'm keeping things together in the back line. So that's my role.
Love it.
All right.
I'm Nadine Matthews, singer-songwriter. So I'm going to be doing vocals in the event.
Love it.
My name is Demi and I'm a flamenco dancer.
Standing. I'm loving the different vibes. They're like different, like you guys are touching all angles, which I love.
Yeah.
But for the people that don't know, just tell us more. Give us a bit of an introduction of the event and what can people expect of the event. Not giving away too much, obviously.
Absolutely. So Lyrics Still Matter is basically a collaborative event.
Okay.
It's not one individual person that's going to be sort of showcasing on the night. So we are all strong artists individually, and we've basically just come together. Love the idea of Lyrics Still Matter because we will be performing our original work.
Okay.
So it's all our original work. But the thing that makes this different is that people are actually going to come and experience, even though we're collective, we are going to be telling our individual stories. So there'll be some music around what has influenced us and what's inspired us and how that's actually brought us to where we are now.
Beautiful.
To being the sort of original artists that we are right now.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm loving the collab vibe because that's what we need in Cape Town, you know?
100%.
And then the music that shaped Cape Town. Why did you guys choose that? I saw it on the poster. The music that shaped Cape Town. Why did you guys choose that name?
We will be doing quite a few tunes that have influenced us, but we realize that actually almost every household has had this music or listened to this music, so people will be able to identify to the songs and relate to the stuff. Yeah.
So stunning. And then I want to talk to you guys about your journeys. I mean, how did you become a drummer? Give us a bit of history of how you became a drummer.
Okay, I started as a break dancer. Obviously, I was part of a big known hip-hop outfit, and we used to travel a lot to major festivals, locally and internationally, and that's why I started liking live instrumentation, and I just one day thought to myself, I'd like to play.
Wow.
You know, and the late Mr. Fat, I couldn't play a single note. He bought me a guitar. I still have that guitar to this day. And that's how my musical journey started. The drumming, I just had the rhythm, you know.
Okay, because you dance also, you've got that. Tell me, are you self-trained or?
Basically, yes.
Wow, Kiki is talent. And then your side, I mean, you've studied abroad and abroad internationally and locally. Yeah, just tell us about that experience.
So I studied locally, part-time, both internationally and here, which is really nice because I'm a huge fan of adult learning. So I studied I did a little bit of theatre training and jazz workshop I attended while I was in Cape Town. And then I took a break like lots of people did way back then, that 2-year visa in the UK.
Yes.
That was me. So I went over, and what was great there was that adult learning was a big thing. So I could work and then still study jazz part-time, which was really awesome. So I did a little bit of jazz theory and vocal performance and all of those things, and it was great. I mean, I loved being there. It just opened me up to different experiences, meeting lots of people that were doing exactly the same thing.
Amazing.
And you tend to grow quite a bit, you know, traveling, you get to know yourself and then still do it musically as well. So
amazing. And music connects us all no matter where you're from, eh? It's same with dance. Same with dance. And then tell us about your experience and your training.
So my journey with dance started when I was in grade 5.
Wow.
and I started with a community arts project called ComArts in
Okay.
Altus River. So La Rosa Spanish Dance Company, they went around to schools and they were showing, like what flamenco was.
Okay.
And a friend and I were just like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Let's start.
Let's see.
Yeah, and I started and I enjoyed it because it was the only
Wow.
extramural activity that I actually enjoyed. I'm not a sports person. And I carried on and I joined the company. And then the director passed away quite suddenly.
Sure.
But we continued dancing, and a friend of mine started her own company, Tierra Flamenca, and I joined her. And that's how I started professionally.
Yo, that is beautiful, man. It's so cool to hear everyone's journey. It's always such a cool story to hear, and how you still going and still are consistent. And then, what was the first step, and I'm asking all of you guys, that was beneficial to you, that led you to where you are now? The first step for you that was beneficial, basically, that led you to where you are now.
Yeah, the first step that led us here, I mean, it's just to do the thing. You know,
Do the thing.
you just have to do it. There's many challenges out there and things that can make us think, this is not gonna work.
Exactly.
But you just have to do it and push through.
Exactly.
And that is basically how we ended up here. I know what win.
Exactly.
You know?
Because I saying I know which win. And then was there a point in your life, and I'm asking you all of this question as well, where you told yourself, you know what, I'm gonna be a singer? Did you see someone that inspired you, or a dancer? What inspired you, or was there a point in life where you were like, you know what, I'm gonna do this one time? Was it just something that came to you all the time, like naturally since day one? Or
It was something that was with me since day one. But I've on my journey, I've been in and out. So it's been a very interesting ride, the scenic route, I like to call it.
Yes.
But the main thing for me is just, I love music that resonates and moves people.
Sure.
And no matter how much I try and step away from it, I always tend to find my way back there. And so for me, it's a calling.
Hey, love it, man. And your side?
I think mine was, I always knew that I wanted to be a performer of some sort. So I didn't know if I wanted to do like acting or singing or dancing. But when I started dancing, I was like, no, this is my thing.
Yeah.
And then the point when I realized is that this is what I wanted to do, is I realized my why. Like, why do I dance? Anyone can dance, anyone can perform, but why do I do it? And it's the ability to collaborate and express myself in a way that I can't do.
Wow, well said, man. Lyrics still matter, people. It's happening the 24th and 25th of May. How can people get that tickets before we chat to the rest of the
So the tickets are available on CompuTickets. They can get it online, or they can go into any Checkers store which has a CompuTicket sort of section. They can go and get the tickets that way. And then also you can just follow the links online. So on our Facebook page, Lyrics Still Matter, as well as Insta, which is @MatterLyrics.
Love it, man. And then I just wanted to ask you something that you mentioned earlier, that you said this is the first time that you guys are obviously dancing together, but performing together.
The full collective.
Yeah, the full collective. But how did the journeys cross? How did that happen? If you can give us a bit of an introduction. Because you said, you all are individuals on your own.
Yes,
you know?
100%.
And that's the cool thing. So how did the journey happen to you guys?
I'm just looking around at the guys because I just want to see how it all started. But I think mine started with Bradley. Power. And yeah, it was the late Mr. Fat for me as well, who exactly as Bradley said, just do the thing. Because I'd been, where do I want to be? What do I want to do? I always knew that I wanted to write my own stuff, but I was busy singing, I was in jazz and all of those things. And he said, well, just do it.
Wow.
Like, why don't you
Stop
just
talking
go
about
for
it,
it?
just get it.
Just do
get
it.
it
And
done.
yeah, anyone who knew him knows that he's got a line of like, what's the problem? Go for it.
Is that his line? And then the last question before we take a break. Tell me what inspires your movement, and then for you guys the same thing. What is your inspiration? Where do you find inspiration when it comes to your art?
So I draw from the music, and then whatever the music makes me feel. So it's kind of like the movement is my body talking. It becomes like a silent language.
I got you.
So I draw inspiration from that, and whatever is going on inside me at that moment, comes out. So it's a very vulnerable space.
It is.
So I just draw from life.
Love it. And your side, where do you find inspiration when it comes to your writing of your music, etc.?
For the most part, a lot of it comes to me at random moments. I'll get like I'd get a line or a message or something, and I start. But the full thing really happens for me in collaboration.
Sure.
It's about energy. I love being able to sit with other artists, and we can do, like myself and Nathaniel sit quite often, and we can pop out a song in less than half a day. Just sort of gelling and kind of working off each other's energy.
That is amazing, man. And then your side? Waar kom my inspirasie vandaan?
It's always originality for me. I like doing original music. Because for me, it's like that stroke or that note that's been played has never been played before. So I always strive to think like
something original, something unique.
Always thinking, because apart from playing drums, I'm a mini music producer.
Ooh, humble.
You know, so to create something from nothing, like it's like a artist painting.
It's the same thing. You are so right.
You're creating on a canvas, and I like that. I like the feeling of doing that.
Amazing, man, people. Lyrics still matter. We're taking a quick break. Don't go anywhere, people. Ek gaan na wie se koop julle as klaar tickets geboek was soos hier gesê. Dis 'n walk with Mel. Don't go anywhere. And we are out here, people. It's a walk with Mel as die beard fam. Hier sê #Movember. Julle moet dit glo, dit ek wat nog myne moet groei. So please just give us a bit of an introduction of who you are and what is your role for the specific performance.
My name is Timothy Super Bass Stierman. My role is a backup singer. So I am in the background helping with the vocals.
But each person counts, man. Every person counts. Yeah, and just tell us quickly you, who you are and your role.
Okay. Hi everybody, my name is Vaughan Weber and I am the guitarist.
Love it. Your side?
Awesome. Ivy Beats, I'm the tour DJ. Wheels of steel, or of plastic, or of what other materials there are.
Ek is oor it. And tell me, how did things start for you in this industry?
Well, in this industry, I started studying music just at high school level. But I taught myself lekker how to do the things.
Yeah, I got you.
And then I basically opened up a studio after working my first job for 3 years. Opened up my own studio, and that's how I got involved with these guys. I started hosting something called Expression Session, the island chapter outside in Baden Island. So,
Because oor it, man.
Yeah, so that's how I got involved. Yeah.
Because oor it passion, and then your side.
Well, I started music. I actually started out as a singer. You know, I was a choir boy.
Okay.
But for some reason, as far as I can remember, I always knew I was going to play the guitar.
Really?
I just knew.
It was just something like that you knew, heavy.
You know, and then I started playing at the age of 12, and I've been playing ever since.
Oh, wow. No,
I've had the opportunity of playing with some very talented musicians. And once again, on this project, very talented musicians, I must say.
Ek is bly, man. Dit is oulik, man. And then your side? How did things start for you?
Man, I've always just been involved with music somehow. At school, started messing around in the bedroom with DJ equipment and so on. And the journey just took me from there.
Lekker.
So
And you still here?
still doing it, in Cape Town.
Lekker. Ek
So,
wonder of die DJ beat moet miskien wees. Like kwai name. Ek gee maar net 'n option.
Another
Dat
one.
het consider. That is so dope. Let's talk about the process, the rehearsal process for Lyrics Still Matter. Let's talk about the process for you guys. What is it like?
We have the opportunity to feed off great musicians. So we are all thoroughly enjoying our time together, and we get to just get that that vibe of feeding off each other. It's really cool.
Ek is oor it. And then how do you guys, I'm going to ask you guys just this question, how do you guys stay consistent? Because you started at 12. How do you stay consistent or wake up every day, no matter what day you have, and do this every single day? What keeps you going?
Well, I think it's about passion, man. You know, like passion is the most important. That's the feel when you run out of, like when you're tired or when you're complacent. You know, you have to almost like go back to that little child. You know, when I grow up, I want to be, you have to be in that state all the time. And it helps when you're working with people that inspire you. So we get inspired by one another.
Because and then the last time Lyrics Still Matter, how can people get the tickets and when is the event?
Tickets they can get at CompuTicket. The event is, help me quickly guys,
25th of May.
24th, 25th of May.
Love it.
Yeah, so basically they can get the tickets via CompuTicket. Sorry man, the guy with the motorbike was
Ek
like...
weet, hy was nou deel van die
he knew I was in a talk now, man.
So he took your moment, maar it's fine, ons vat dit weer terug.
That's cool. So basically, they get the tickets on CompuTicket. The show is at the Artscape, 24th, 25th of May. I believe they can also purchase at the door. So.
And what do you think, last question, what makes this, anyone can answer this, what makes this event unique and why should the people come?
I think the diversity, because when I started with the rehearsals, I knew there's gonna be singing, there's gonna be music, but there is so much going on. It's like it's a thing, man. It's more than just a concert. It's not like you coming to a concert. It's an
bigger than that.
experience, you know.
It's a life experience.
Exactly.
It's a life-changing experience. Yeah.
It's
Anything
a
you
journey.
want to add?
It's a journey. If you, I mean, going through the script and stuff like that, we're really gonna take people on a journey where you're gonna be sitting and like you're gonna have these popping moments. Like it's gonna be like, wow, I remember that. Wow. Oh yes. What about that? So it's gonna be like a lekker throwback, contemporary mix
Van
of
alles.
musical experiences. So for me, I'm very excited about that part.
Lekker man, lyrics still matter, people, they are in the building. Kyk, as jy nou nog hele tickets het, ja, weet ek vir my, dis al lank al gekoop al. Ek gaan dalk ook perform. There you have it, people, we're taking a quick break. Don't go anywhere. It's a walk with Mel, signing out. We are out here, people, a walk with Mel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you just joined us, we are out here with the team that's going to be performing on the 24th and 25th of May. Lyrics Still Matter, that is the event. And I'm very excited to hear, I mean, we're out here at the rehearsal of you guys busy preparing for this event. Just for the people that don't know, give us your name and what is your role for the specific event.
Okay, my name is Lee Hoffman, and I play the saxophone in this particular production. I've got a cameo appearance featuring one song, and then we've got a little segment where I'm not too sure if then I've got a little segment.
I'm Adele Cock, and I've been singing for a while, but in this particular ensemble, I'm doing backup vocals.
Love it, love it, love it. And you?
Hi, I'm Nathaniel Barthus. I'm the musical director. I basically see that all the music comes together.
Beautiful. That's a heavy job, eh? That job is nie maklik nie. Wat jy moet dis nie vir almal en ek weet dis nie vir my nie. Ek dink so ek kan sing. Ek voel ek is Beyoncé by die huis. Maar regte lewe is dit mis. That's why I respect what you guys are doing, coming together. Even though, like you said, you're not doing this full time, but I mean still making time for this. I want to ask all of you guys this question. How did you get into music? Like, what sparked it? I'm going to start with you. What sparked the little fire for you to go into music?
Okay, basically, I remember one day I had this small little keyboard at home, and I had absolutely no interest in music up until the point that I decided to press a note, and I was like, okay, this sounds quite good. And at the time, I mean, it was just effects. I wasn't even playing piano. As time went by, I decided, okay, let me try out different patches, different sounds, and eventually I found myself developing a love for the instrument.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. One note. And your side, tell us about your experience and how things started for you.
Listen, when you're 5 years old and you're standing on a table at a smoker place, singing Amazing Grace.
Are you serious?
Then you must
know.
know.
It's as uitgesit.
As uitgesit.
As jy ander keuse nie. Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, so my family is musical, both from my mom and my dad's side.
Love it.
I actually could not escape it. In fact, I have to sing, or it will feel like I'm not me.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's
part of who you are. As jy calling, hulle het dit vroeër genoem. Ek sê dit nou weer 'n keer. And then your side, how did things start for you? Give us a bit of a background about that.
You know, I'm a little bit of a late bloomer. About 4 or 5, no, maybe 6 years ago, I had a heart attack.
Sure.
And at that point, I couldn't play a single note on any instrument. And you know, I'll just fast track. When I came from hospital and I recovered, I had to make some lifestyle changes.
Sure.
And I interpreted it as God giving me another chance at life. And so I needed to do something, give something back to God. And somebody one day during one of the church fundraisers played the saxophone, and the way this guy played the saxophone, it was this thing I want to play.
Sure.
I saved up some money. I got one at Cash Crusaders.
Baie belangrik ou cash.
And I got on YouTube every afternoon. I just started playing some scales. So I'm playing for about 3-4 years now.
That is so
that
cool.
is how it started.
You know, this for my amazing. As ek weet, dis 'n story so. Almal het 'n kwai story, but at the end of the day, no matter when you started, you were supposed to do it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Let's talk about inspiration. Ek het vroeër vir die ander span ook gevra, where do you find inspiration when it comes to? I think I'll start with you again. Yeah, tell us about the inspiration. Where do you find inspiration when it comes to music?
Sure. Basically, okay, I have many various influences. So I tend to draw many of my influences from, to name a few, Michel Camilo Lombard. I attended CMI, so he was my mentor for 2 years. And I think just like listening to him, attending live performances, after every live performance I've attended, I find myself going back to the drawing board and I'd be like, okay, what have I learned from this? How can I improve? So, and then most importantly, YouTube videos.
Hey, YouTube was alive, no? YouTube was alive.
That's right,
Your side, yeah?
I come from a predominantly gospel background. So for me, what inspires me is the things that I've gone through in life. You know, I'm basically singing my testimony. So that's what inspires me.
Beautiful, man. And that inspires the next person. You know what I mean? It gives hope to the next person. And then your side?
Well, I'm a staunch supporter of local artists and music. So
Like respect that.
Don Vino Prince, Ziegler Grange, Heinrich Isaacs, August West, international inspirations, Gerald Albright, Kirk Whalum. But first and foremost, my local inspiration
I respect that you are
is
doing that.
the Don Vinos and Ziegler Granges.
Because oor het, want baie kere ek bedoel, like from back in the day, we spoke about it the last time as well, we all look at USA or international countries and we do have the talent as well, you know. Let's speak about Cape Town. What challenges do you think we face as artists?
As artists, okay, personally, okay, as a musician, I'd say resources. You'd find if you go to lots of the underprivileged communities, you'll find on every corner you'll find a musician who's talented, right? Who has a gifting. However, I think the lack of resources and opportunity is one of the biggest challenges that we as Cape Townian musicians face.
That is so true, man. Yo. And then I just want to throw another question at you guys. Like, what makes it lekker? What maakt het lekker, man, om die event te doen? Like, to prepare for this specific event, lyrics still matter. What makes it, I mean, one of you guys can answer that. What maakt het lekker?
You know what does it for me is I know how much Cape Townians love music, you know? And the best concerts I've ever attended is when the whole hall or auditorium sings along.
Yeah.
And we've got so many of those songs where we just know they're gonna sing along, and it's exciting.
It's excited. They can't even. And then just for the people, just give us the dates again and how can they get the tickets?
24 and 25
of May, that's correct, yeah. And how do they get the tickets? Can you maybe give that detail?
Combi tickets.
Combi tickets?
Yes.
And are you on social media?
We're on social media.
I think it's lyrics still matter. Ja, ek voel ek is part van die crew. Ek het nog net vir julle gejoin. Ek weet ook wat ek deel wie sê gaan maar na my vocals moet gaan test people. Please check it out. Lyrics still matter, people. They are in the building. We need to start supporting our own people. Any last words from you guys?
Matter lyrics. Right?
Matter lyrics.
Instagram.
Love it. Instagram, people. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's a Walk with Mel. We're out here. Lyrics still matter. Check it out. Get the tickets at CompuTicket. It's happening at the Artscape Theatre on the 24th and 25th of May.
See you there.
Yay, yay, yay.